You're running for 2nd District City Council seat.
Okay, hit it.
Bill, if you had to enunciate 3 main bullet points of why you've gotten into this race, what you think the 3 big issues are for the 2nd District, what would you share with us?
Well, probably the most important thing to a lot of people in the city is not limited to 2nd District, but it's crime, public safety issues. I think we've got to do a much better job of addressing public safety issues. I think Chief Lumpkin has got some good ideas that we need to follow through on. I think the current council has been a little sluggish in their response to the things that he needs. A second thing is I don't think we do a very good job of long-range planning anymore. We need to be thinking a lot more about where we're going instead of the kind of reactive way that council works these days, where they wait for something to happen and then deal with it rather than anticipating events and getting ahead of that.
Okay. Crime and long-range planning. Okay. Anything else?
Protection for, well, I'd like to see, in terms of long-range planning, tourism management planning, and all the other stuff, residents start being at the top of the agenda on these various things. You know, so often residents almost seem to be left out of the conversation when it comes to talking about what things they're going to do. And residents are who create this city.
Right.
And it's the investment residents make in these properties that the tourism industry benefits from. It's what people come here to see. So I think getting residents to be acknowledged is the most important aspect of any of the planning we do.
Right.
It's important.
Well, in the 2nd District, you know, of course, some of the residents' issues, a lot of that in the tourism, that's the historic districts. One might argue some of our more affluent residents. But what about the rest of the 2nd District? We have a lot of neighborhoods with a lot of dilapidated property. We have a lot of issues, lack of business economic development along 37th. Talk to me about the rest of the 2nd District outside of the historic district.
Well, one of the things I'd like to see happen that would benefit both those neighborhoods and downtown is for the tourism industry to start spreading out. We cram so much activity right into the landmark historic district to the point where I think we're really stressing the district. And if we could start spreading that activity out into the other neighborhoods, we could not only relieve some of that stress, but it would start helping economic development in those neighborhoods. Also in those neighborhoods, as important as it is for my neighbors downtown to feel better about public safety, when we deal with issues downtown, one of the things we're dealing with, muggings and that sort of thing, is not nearly as serious as the shootings that are happening in some of those neighborhoods. And so public safety is an even bigger issue in that part of town, I think.
Yes.
And we need to find a way to deal with that. Part of that, of course, is policing. We need to support Chief Lumpkin and what he's trying to do in terms of better retention and filling out the police force. We've got to get that up to speed. The council, I think, was very sluggish in getting the pay raises. We've known for years that pay was an issue, and it's just taken a long time for them to get around to doing something about this. The economic development is the other part of public safety. We've got to do we've got to find some way to get guns out of the hands of these kids and something else in their hands. You know, some kind of tool that will give them a sense of the future.
Right.
Something that will help solve the problem long term.
Right. The city council has 3 primary people that they hire, right? They hire the city manager, they hire the city attorney, and the city clerk.
Right.
Are you open to looking at who are in those positions, or are you happy with the job that's currently being done?
Well, I think the city clerk, Diane Reese, is actually planning retirement before. I think she was actually planning it before now, and it's just been delayed some. So that's sort of moved. I think that's her intention at some point anyway.
Yes.
The city attorney, we just hired Brooke. So, I mean, I think, until we see otherwise, I think Brooke, as far as I know, is doing fine. And in the interest of full disclosure, Brooke and I went to high school together. I've known Brooke for a long time.
Okay.
As far as I know, he's doing a good job. One of the things with the city attorney's office is he answers to the city council, so he doesn't really talk to other people about what he's doing. So I don't think you really could necessarily have a completely clear picture of what he's doing or how well he's doing it without actually being a member of council.
I see.
To the best of my knowledge, Brooks is doing a fine job.
Great.
The city manager is a little more problematic. I think Ms. Cutter has a great deal of integrity. I think she took on an enormous job of cleaning up the mess that Rochelle Small-Tony left behind.
Yes.
And it's going to take a while to do that. I mean, she's accomplished a lot. There's a lot more to do, I believe. The question mark I have about Ms. Cutter is really about a more dynamic kind of leadership. I wonder, and I've heard other people say the same thing, and I don't know the answer to this question yet, but I wonder if she can espouse a larger vision for the city and start working toward that, or if her skill set is more in terms of a day-to-day management kind of thing. Sometimes it seems like she needs to step back a little bit and be dealing with a broader picture instead of the sort of day-to-day management.
Great.
that she seems to be doing.
Thank you very much.